What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to give you guys a quick market update as Bitcoin has gotten a pump directly into our technical target that we were looking at on Friday night's live stream, as well as Friday's market update earlier in the day. And we have been seeing the TA play out absolutely perfectly over the past few weeks, having these technical targets hit almost to the dollar. And as Bitcoin has moved its way up to our last target that we had, I want to talk about what we should be looking for now. Can we continue this pump, or are we in danger of putting in a lower high and continuing down to some lower prices? We do have some bullish and bearish signals on the chart, so I want to go over both cases and then let you guys know kind of which way I'm leaning, and I'll also update you guys on kind of how I'm trading this personally. So without further ado, let's go ahead, jump on into the charts, take a look at those key levels, talk about what Bitcoin's going to do next, and hopefully help the Candle Mafia make some money. Let's get into it. So guys, here we are on the Bitcoin chart after we got our rejection here at this time point of control, having our short setup in the premium Discord play out in full, smashing that final TP. This was a very, very key level of support because, as you guys know, as long as we do remain above this value area low, we can potentially keep our eyes on some higher targets, looking at about $67,000 being that next target. And then as we were approaching this very, very key level of support, we were looking for long positions. Now, this did not mean that we were looking for 100K, but we did know that it was probably going to be likely to get some kind of bounce off this value area low. So we were looking for longs in the premium Discord, got that to play out. And on my market update on Friday, we were looking for some of these more local levels to get hit, sitting up at about $64,000. And I do want to go over that in just a second, but I do just want to quickly talk about these macro levels. Right now, guys, as long as we remain above this major support level of about 60,300, we can potentially anticipate price to kind of wiggle around up here until we make it up to that POC. Now, that is based off the laws of the volume profile. Now, there are potential reasons to look for a rejection here, but I will just say this is kind of the line in the sand that would open up the door to lower prices, bringing us down potentially to that $59,000 to $57,000 zone. So right now, the most macro level of support you want to watch is going to be the value area low, which right now is coming in between about 60,000 and 60,400. Now, if we take this off the chart and we pull up our local levels, these are the levels we were looking at on Friday, guys. Now, TA isn't right 100% of the time, guys, but recently it has just been find the key level and wait for it to get hit here in the Candle Mafia. So we are bound to be wrong at some point, but it is usually pretty spot on. But just playing this level to level right now, guys. Now, if you guys watch my last market update, you guys will know these are the exact levels that we were looking at, looking for the value area low at 62.6 to get hit before flipping that value area low to support, and then seeing this upper range of resistance between 64,532 and 62.47 getting tapped. And maybe I'll insert a clip of that video right here. Now, if price does wind up pushing to the upside, I will be looking for a move into the $62,500 level where we have that previous value area low. And if we are able to flip this to support, I would then look for that move to continue into the $64,000 area. And as you can see, we are sitting right at these levels. So the TA is absolutely slapping lately, guys. But the question is, what is to happen next year? Because as you guys know, this is a major resistance zone that we've been looking at for a potential return down to lower prices. Now, the question is, are we going to shoot up to 70K like everybody's calling for, or are we going to put that rejection in between the golden pocket and 786 for a bigger drop to the downside? Well, first, I'll cover the bearish case, and then we'll look over the bullish case real quick, because as we know, anything can happen here. Just because the TA might be pointing towards some more downside does not mean it's guaranteed to happen. So if we pull up our larger range here, guys, you can see part of the reason why we were looking for the long here in the premium Discord on the 4th of October, looking for that long position from this POC macro value area low, which again is that $60,200 to $300 zone, looking for that push up to that golden pocket at 63,941 up to about 65K. And you can see this has now played out perfectly to the final TP. Shout out to the premium Discord. If you guys want to check it out, you can check the link in the description down below. We've been absolutely crushing it with the trades, but part of the reason here that we were looking for that long, guys, was the fact that we were coming down to that macro value area low with some bullish divergences, as well as other key entry triggers that we were looking at. But we got that move all the way up to the high here, and this is a big resistance zone because, guys, in the context of this volume profile, we have deviated above that high, gotten rejected back into the range, accepted, and we have now come down to the POC. Unless we're able to break out of this value area high and flip it to support before getting another big move up, we are for sure in a danger zone to potentially get stuck inside this range, come back down towards that POC, and then once you lose that POC, that is where we can look for those lower prices, sitting at about $57,000, where we also have a lot of liquidity sitting. And I know this sounds crazy, guys, but we have been calling these moves absolutely perfectly. Now, again, I'm not guaranteeing that we get a move down to $57,000. Remember, anything can happen. But if you are looking for the bullish case to play out, which I do think there is an argument to be had, we do have money flow coming back up pretty aggressively on some of these medium hourly timeframes, guys. VWAP is coming down, but money flow coming back up. So market cipher B is a little bit chopped up right now. That's why I'm putting most of my focus on these key levels. We start breaking out of this value area high with gusto, we could easily see a push up into that $67,000 POC and potentially up to this daily level, sitting at about, $68,271. So we do see the bullish case play out. I will be looking for a flip of this level. This is your key level, guys. Between 65.2 and 65.3 is your key level to hold and then get an impulse out of in order to find those higher targets at 67 to 68,271. That's your next target, and this is your key level to break. Now, if we are unable to do that, I do think there is going to be a higher likelihood that we at least come back down to that POC, and then once we start losing that POC, that's where we can see the bigger drop to the downside play out. Now, I am still holding my long position here from about 58K, which is the value area low of this range. Again, volume profiles helping us call every single move here in the market from the low to the POC, flip that POC, look to go to the high, and then you deviate from the high, and we look for the exact inverse to happen. But here's the thing. If we are going to break out of this value area, coming down and testing that POC, this could be an area that we break out from. I am being cautious, so I am not just perma-bearish here. I am actually somewhat bullish on Bitcoin in the medium term, but we have to play what we see here on the charts. We made a bunch of money on this long, we made a bunch of money on this long, and a whole lot of money on this short. Everybody thought all-time highs were coming in as we were pumping up here. We were one of the only channels screaming dump, and we wound up getting it. And if you're a long-term holder, this dump might not be that important to you, but if you're out there looking to trade these markets and make money every single day, whether the price is going up or down, you need to understand how to read these charts so you can capitalize on all of its moves. So if we can't get above that 65.2 to 65.3K level, I will be looking for a continuation down. POC is then your key level of support. Once you lose that, you're looking back down to that daily slash value area low at 57K, where we know we have all that liquidity sitting. And if we're able to get back above that value area high, this is where we look for the bigger push up to the daily, which again, I am still holding a couple of my longs, so those will continue to pay me out, and we will simply stop out of the short trade for a small loss, and then the winners will continue to run. So with all that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these market updates like the one we dropped on Friday, calling every single move we saw over the weekend so you can make money whether price goes up or down. That's all the time I got for this video. See you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
At the top of the class on a